I'm gonna make a improvised sound cover, courtesy of some advice from one of the caster crew who you guys can't hear here, but he is monitoring the stream. So any technical problems that he doesn't catch, feel free to message us for, and any of you who are trying to figure out what's wrong with my audio, I'm streaming from a new location. So as a result, I've never used this location to stream before, and the room I'm in is fairly small. So as a result, my voice tends to bounce around a bit. Just stand by, but in the meantime, take some advice from Leo. He's an outstanding fellow. Great casting sense. Can't wait to cast with you again already.
Yeah, thank you. Can't wait to cast with you as well. So far, so far
Man,
everything's
this
been
is.
well, and we do have map bans coming in as well.
Oh, we do. Let's take a look while I get this artificial sound cover set up.
All right.
All right, looks like we've got map bands coming in.
We do have to wait for both teams to ready up on their sides. So, but a little bit of speculation now, coming from me right now is since we have already played on a King of the Hell map and a hybrid map, I still don't believe they're gonna play on the capture point map because if like again as I said, it's more so I mean just putting it bluntly, it's more so hated by a lot of people only because it a lot of draws, drawn more as you said before. It's that's really what it's a lot known for. So I believe we might maybe see another hybrid map in my opinion. I feel like we're gonna see another hybrid. And map bans are actually up right now. Keck actually takes out Watchpoint Gibraltar, so that's another pure payload map taken out pretty fast. They were quick on that draw, so not
I
gonna be
am
seeing
looking for
Watchpoint
the map
Gibraltar.
bands at the moment.
Yep.
Let me see
So far
here.
only one map has been banned, and that's just Gibraltar. Reaper Crew are waiting on their ban right now. They still have a plenty of choices to get a map ban on, and they actually choose to get rid of Lijiang Tower. So very very strange for me that we're not going to see Lijiang Tower, which is usually a common map that we saw a lot in the last tournament.
Indeed, indeed.
Route 66 also does get banned from Team Keck. So right now 3 maps banned, and Nepal goes out. So 4 maps banned. Numbani has also been taken out. So Keck really getting rid of these payload maps. So far they've gotten rid of 2 pure payloads, and they've gotten rid of a hybrid. Temple of Anubis finally does get banned. So Reaper Crew decides to get rid of that. We do have a handful of maps left, and
We
just waiting
still
for Team
have
Keck on
two
their next
assault
map.
maps left, actually. So it looks like Oasis is taken out by Keck.
Ooh.
Really iffy about that new map.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't comfortable. It is a fairly new map, and some people are still getting used to it. So,
And there goes
Dorado does get
Dorado.
banned. Yep, Dorado does get banned. Ilios, we already played on Ilios actually.
There
So,
goes
oh,
Volskaya. So we're looking at Hollywood, Kings Row, or Dronamura.
oh wow, it's Hanamura actually still up there. It's very surprising. Right, so we do have 2 hybrids. So maybe you're right about this. We
Reaper
might
Crew
see the
banning Kings
hybrids.
Row. It's between Hollywood and Dronamura. We are going to
Wow.
Dronamura, ladies
Okay.
and gentlemen. Uh-oh,
What?
looks like we have a slight technical difficulty on the behalf of, it would appear to be Team Keck.
Okay.
It appears as if they have lost Dre. Hopefully Dre will be
Ooh,
back soon,
what's
and this is
happening?
just a slight disconnection.
Yeah, he is in
Hopefully.
the Twitch chat, so it has to be a slight disconnection.
Okay.
But we
So
are
he's gonna
indeed going to
submit it.
Dronamura. Keck
Very.
allowing
Very.
Dronamura. They're wondering if they're expecting for a very dominant performance here.
Uh, and this is uh this is very odd for me, especially. We're actually gonna be able to play on all variations of map. We had the payload map, and we have King of the Hill, and now we have capture point. So this is we're getting pretty much all tastes of the rainbow here. So Now we're gonna be going on to this capture point map on Hanamura. So let's see
Indeed.
how well this happens.
Nolans right off the bat with the Pharah. So it's looking like we're gonna see some Pharah here. Looks like Dre picking May off the bat. Very interesting
And
picks. We're
oh,
here now
wow.
at the point. So the first point, they're going to have to capture this room. Now, we've seen last time that in wide open spaces, it appears as though Team Keck dominates, but in closed spaces, they tend to get tripped up just a little bit. Not too much to make a staggering difference, but enough to really capitalize on if you notice the weakness and you go in from that angle. However, we also have to remember that Dre has become a very dominating force with his Genji and Mei play. So we'll have to see how this plays out for them with them being on defense. On the other hand, we have Reaper crew looking like they're more than ready. They're grouped up in spawn. Looks like they're trying to have a little bit of fun with the machines. No, looks like they're not trying to have... Yep, now they're having fun with the machines. There it goes. Zarya breaking down the breakable machines. Looks like
we
everyone
do-
else is very stoic.
Yep. So far, we have Symmetra again. Well, actually, I think we have the same team comp from before on Eichenwald for defense here. We do have a Symmetra, they do have Mei. Again, they don't have an answer to Pharah, but I didn't stop them last time. So let's see what they're able to do here. Maybe Pharah might be able to do something different on this map, but we're just gonna have to wait and see.
It looks like we are at the poke at the choke phase. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they decide to do the poke at the choke for this phase of the battle.
Alright, and so far, nothing too crazy. So far, just, yeah, getting some pokes, building up their ults from both sides. Sort of a stalemate, nothing happening yet.
It looks like one Rhine shield is far more damage than the other. He's definitely utilizing that corner to give his Rhine shield an edge over the other Rhine shield. A very compatible strategy if you're attempting to gain an early advantage. But it looks like Gamer Forever has really recharged that shield quickly, getting it back up and ready to defend his team, keeping it up, only dropping it for mere moments at a time, not wanting to sacrifice his teammates' lives for his own advantage. Dre picking off the attacking Lucio.
Yeah, and this is, I believe, in the benefit
And someone
of
is
the
on the
defense
point.
team. Oh, actually,
It
yeah.
looks as if two members of the defending team are dealing with that same D.Va. Minuteman really getting aggressive, going in there with D.Va, but not letting his teammates know when he's pushing in or where from the looks of it. It appears as though he gets picked off early, and now we're heading back to the choke, where things are definitely not going the way of Reaper. Keck showing a very dominating performance. The Earthshatter keeping Zarya down, but Zarya is saved by a sneak dart from her own teammate.
They actually
Ana
used
falling
quite
back.
a bit of ults there. They used Earthshatter and Mei ult as well. They do have a shield generator up, but that just leaves them with 3 ults left. So very surprised. They were actually very aggressive there. Not sure if I would agree with
That amount
those
of ult
ults
use.
being used, but yeah. So far they do have they do have both support ults and they do have Graviton. They have nothing to pair up with Graviton, but I guess you could probably argue that Nano Boost may work well. So let's
Nolan's trying to
see how
put in
this
some
works out for
damage
them.
from the right flank. He's being scoped in on by Ana, but Ana just can't seem to solidify the kill. Oh, that was not a good
Ooh.
usage of ult right there. That burns one of their ults to push with.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I agree with that ult. They probably could have waited on that Zarya ult to their side, and we do have Zarya ult coming out, but we have, wow, that is...
D.Va
Oh,
ult being
okay.
wasted, and the counter Earthshatter coming in now.
And Team Keck so far just able to pick up all the kills, and so far
D.Va's
this is
really
D.Va.
stuck right now, and D.Va goes down to Ana.
That's gonna be very staggered as well, so... Staggered
Only
coming
50
out.
seconds left, really, at this point. At this point, you have to start thinking about maybe switching to a dive comp just for the sake of capping the first point. I mean, this is an assault map, and offensive is really given a good chance to come back if they can cap the first point. Usually adding another 4 minutes and 50 seconds to the time bank. Time that could be really crucial for the Reaper crew to mount a comeback.
And oh wow, Mei ult actually gets eaten up by D.Va. So Mayo.
That could be huge.
ready
That
to-
should be a push.
Yeah, they actually got rid of.
And Lucio coming through the
And-
side flank
whoa,
door,
what?
getting picked off by Ana here instantly. May walling off
okay.
the rest of Team Reaper crew.
Not entirely sure what that was about, but sadly
And
they did lose
anti-eels
the
are popped on
field,
Reinhardt,
and
who was
wow.
put to sleep. And it looks like a very dominating performance here. They are held off. And the Earthshatter comes down on D.Va, who again is left by herself. And Minuteman goes down once more. And that solidifies the first round of Dronamura.
Yeah, very, very impressive gameplay coming up from defense here. I'm very, I'm sorry, I'm just very confused as to what that, why Lucio went in first out of nowhere, really. Their team sort of
And-
falling apart there at the end, but now it's time for Team Keck to go on the push and the offense here.
Now, we've seen that Team Keck can hold both a strong offense and defense. So I'm wondering now if maybe, I'm not sure, this is a bit of a stretch, but would Reaper Crew want to go for more of a stall comp at this point? Just stall them out actually on the point? Or do they want to risk the poke at the choke method, knowing that the first potential pick really could be that, and really could be the end of it?
I mean, this is their tournament life here on the line, so I would believe stall comp. Poke can be really, it can be very risky.
It looks like they are
especially at
going
this
stall
point,
with
so-
both Mercy and looks like Reinhardt, but then they have the Hanzo, so I'm wondering if they're going to hang back in the choke, or in the, on the point, I should say, rather. And will they be utilizing Hanzo's range to keep the enemy team back? Of course, opening themselves up to being flanked from one of the many different flanking angles.
The wolf marks his
Yeah,
prey.
this is a very, it seems to be a combination of just of stall and poke. It's a very unorthodox. Usually Mercy's not ideal, considering she doesn't have many tools to defend herself with, unlike the other healers. And they also have Hanzo, who's very good at the poke game and very good at getting picks, but they also have a very solid defense with the D.Va defense matrix and the Reinhardt shield. But it seems like a combination. They have the picks of Roadhog and Hanzo.
Indeed, it looks like Roadhog getting the hook he needs, taking out their Lucio at the beginning of the game.
Wow.
They shoulder charge, they get a second pick. This is huge. Defense is collapsing immediately. They have to hold this point or it is game over very quickly in this next round. Mercy is down, and it looks
over.
like they are going for the capture.
This is this
Things
is
are
over.
not
I'm
looking
sorry.
well.
Yeah,
This looks like the game is
This is-
done already.
very rough. They were literally walked straight into there. I'm not sure exactly how Lucio got hooked in the beginning, but that was unfortunate. Sadly, it just led
Yes,
to
with
defeat.
1 minute and 17 seconds, with 1 point and 7 minutes left. Ugh, I would not even.
Yeah, that's,
Well, that's
that's
the
a very
final
long
score
time
there.
to hold as well on the second point. So, congratulations to Team Keck, able to pick up another win. Sadly for
Reaper Crew, this is
Crew, they
the
were just
end of the
unable
tournament.
yeah, sadly they weren't able to go on. So, thank you for playing, but right now this win can be celebrated by Team Keck.
The hammer down here really showing the opportunities that were given by a lack of coordination.
Oh.
All right. Well, congratulations to
It is-
Team Keck. Sorry
It's
to
time
Reaper
to do
Crew.
our interview.
And I actually have to go now. So I have other duties to attend to. So thank you for letting me commentate. I know it may be just one match, but hopefully I can commentate some other matches some other time. But you know, thank you BMS for being on the mic with
Oh,
me.
not any
and,
problem.
Yep.
Thank you for
And,
joining
thank
us.
you guys for watching. Yep,
Thank
of
you for
course, thank
joining
you
us,
for having
David.
me on. Yeah, and I'll make sure I'll catch you guys next time. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you guys.
All right, so do we want to get Evade Flame in here now to talk about what was happening in that game, about what he thought and what he looks forward to going into the next match?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna send
Alright,
you the
I
invite
just
right
sent the
now.
invite out.
Okay, perfect. Even better. I'll get the next group ready, and we can get going as soon as we wrap it up with evade.
There we go. Hello, Evade Flame. Congratulations on that in round 1 against Reaper Crew. So how are you guys in Team Keck feeling right now? So I want to know, what was your thought process allowing Team Reaper Crew to leave the final 2 maps between, I believe it was King's Row and Dronamura? All right, all right. I can understand the logic behind that one, and it looks like it definitely paid off.